You people. The movie. The
What you
movie.
mean,
The
you
movie.
people?
The movie. The movie. The movie. The movie.
I was about to say,
Yeah, I
put
got
these
you.
hands on you.
I know we. I know you've seen it. I know I've seen it because I called you a while back.
Yeah,
Asked if you saw it. Jonah Hill. What?
Eddie
What?
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. I haven't seen him in a movie in a while. I ain't gonna lie.
Actors that are known to do like comedy-ish movies and stuff. So I never thought they would make a movie together and stuff. So
I took a look at it. It was a good movie. I found it good. What do you think of the whole movie though?
I personally think it's like a based on reality. I mean, it is. I mean, that's like interracial couples. That's what they're. I mean, majority of it will go through.
Yeah.
Like when you have either it's like a white with an Asian or black with a just a different race. It's always gonna be like a culture shock or whatever, and just sometimes there'll be a parent trying to make you feel at ease, but in a way it's like racist and kind of racist what they're doing.
Mm.
Or there's the other one that simply does not like you because you're different. I mean, both situations are bad and tough to go through, but that's the challenge of interracial relationships.
I like what you said there, with it kind of being based on like kind of like the reality spectrum of it, or like the whole kind of
Yeah,
whole view of it's kind of the reality, whether it's the culture shock, two different races collide, like and how
yeah.
they how that kind of goes on in the world.
It's like a tough top. It's a tough topic. Obviously, we all know like for some people, there's people who are against um, uh, interracial marriage. We all know that famous black doctor, bruh. The Dr. Umar was probably punching the air when he saw that movie.
If we have Dr. Umar on this, I'm gonna ask him about that movie.
Nah, he's definitely gonna hate. Hell, me and him are probably gonna beef. You see the picture behind me. Come on now.
I wanted to ask your opinion. That's why I wanted to kind of get your thoughts, or not like opinion, whatever however you want to put it, your thoughts on it, because I know you're in kind of a similar, you're kind of in that same area, crossfire,
Yeah, interracial
interracial
relationship.
relationship. So I kind of wanted to get, I'm in a relationship, but I think we're both Filipino. The only difference is really the dialect and the height. Right? It ain't even a big difference.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wanted to kind of hear your thoughts on it because I know you could probably relate more. What's the similarities and the differences you saw from that movie compared to your relationship? Because obviously everybody's relationship is different.
Oh yeah. So my girlfriend's right. Shout out to her, by the way. Love you. Yeah. So she's white and I'm black, as you can tell. Yes, there were challenges. I mean, I would like to say there's even bigger, more challenges because it's like they're both American, right? They're both American. So me, it's like she's white, well, like white Canadian, and I'm like black, but my parents are like straight from Africa. So it's like I grew up in an African household.
Yeah.
So I'm like maybe outside my house I'm like Canadian, but inside in my house I'm Congolese. The culture is different, like the values are different, but it's like as an interracial couple, like you're gonna have to talk about race equality and stuff because it's like it's inevitable. There's gonna be a situation when you're gonna be judged for I'm gonna be judged for dating a white girl and she probably gonna be judged for dating a black man. You have to learn how to we learn how to shut that down. We're shutting down all the hate because it's at the end of the day a relationship is between us two. Like I accept her for who she is. She accept me for who I am. So it's like
And that's how it should work. Like, at the end of the
yeah,
day, if you're in a relationship, you should be able to accept who you're dating, and vice versa. They should be able to accept and respect, you as a person. That's why it's a relationship. That's why it's called, in my
yeah,
opinion, that's really the definition of what a relationship should be. Of
yeah,
people respecting one another for who they are, what they
yeah,
believe in. That's kind of a strong area.
yeah.
I'd say more of accepting in what they, if you don't, want to respect what they believe in, at least accepting in what they believe in. Another thing I want to point out in that movie too, Jonah Hill's sneaker game. I don't know about you, but you know me, I'm a big sneakerhead. I'm a big I've been a big sneakerhead like going into high school. And you can kind of tell too over time in the movie, he kind of I don't really want to say changed him. Do you think he kind of changed himself over time in the movie?
I mean, I felt like it was just maybe at first we saw like a little version of him, but now he like expanded to fully
Like
be
his full
himself.
potential?
Yeah,
Because I know when they first had their little, I was it like a blind date or something? As I said, it was, bear with me. It was a little long while ago. I watched it, but they were on a date, and I think he was kind of trying to what they like to call nowadays is fit in.
yeah,
Then as time kind of progressed, he was being himself rather than
yeah,
trying to fit in, trying to feel like he's accepted and all
yeah.
that. But the sneaker game, that's still fire. He was wearing
No,
all
yeah,
of
it's
that.
cool. Yeah, I mean it's a culture, so and he's following it. He's I guess using the sneaker culture as well. So it was well made. It was well made.
Well made, and it's like as you said, it's a based on true event. It's not like it's a Conjuring where it's gonna say based on true events, but it's
Yeah,
kind of like one of those movies. It's a comedy you can sit down laugh like with it. But at the
but
end,
there's also like a life situation, like life situation, true life situation, and life what's it called? Lessons. Yeah,
exactly. There's a life lesson. You're leaving the movie with something valuable. You know what I mean?
like race shouldn't be a problem like with whoever you date. Is there gonna be some cultural differences? Yes. Like, will my girlfriend ever know what it's like to be a black person? No. Would I ever know what it's like to be a white person? No, I don't.
It's just the way the world works.
Yeah.
In the movie, they had a podcast too, exactly like this. But I
Mm,
think it was Jonah Hill, and it was an African American lady there. As I said, bear with me. I watched this a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember the names
yeah, same.
of
I don't
everyone in the
remember.
movie, but I know they had a podcast going on too.
Yeah.
So that was kind of good. That was kind of good. I feel like they're kind of going into how the modern world is going into today. Like,
Yeah.
you got a lot
Yeah.
of the younger generation. Like, look at me and you, for example. A lot of the younger generation, I feel like nowadays, too, they're going on with, ways to kind of make it out there, whether that's trying to get into more, like, YouTube to streaming, podcasts, like what we're doing right now. I feel like they portrayed the modern day society very well, too, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They did. I feel like a lot of interracial couple, not just the couple and stuff, but just the way it was made, situations that happened, like the culture in every, let's say like the black people culture, it was there, and the white people culture was there as well. So it's like it all merged up to one good movie. So
You kind of get to see both sides of the fence.
exactly, you get to the girl, I forgot her name, but her perspective, the black girl, and then Jonah Hill, the white man, you can also get to see his perspective.
It's a great movie, to sum it up.
Yeah. There's movies that are made, I feel like there's movies that are made just to entertain, and that movie was made to entertain, but to also send a message. And I'm pretty sure they did, for me personally, they did both of it well.
So moving on from the movie, as with the sneakerhead stuff, I want to talk about something, a collaboration that just recently happened. We all know who John Morant is here. I'm pretty sure we all do. With the ICEBOX and Nike collab.
For those of you who don't know what ICEBOX is, Chris will let them know.
ICEBOX, so it's essentially a jewelry store in the states. If it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, many rappers such and like big names such as Aiden Ross, Lil Baby, Lil Yachty. I'm pretty sure the Migos. Drewski was recently. We all know Drewski.
Yeah.
He's recently on there. They're known for kind of making their jewelry, their chains, bracelets. Recently, they just did a collaboration with Nike for John Morant. I believe it was for the All Star game, was it? Like
Yeah,
I
I
know
think so.
you saw the pictures, you saw the videos there. They
Yeah.
gifted him the chain with the shoes is crazy. For the All Star game, I feel like that was the best time to do that collaboration. Yet, let alone to gift them.
Because that's like one of the NBA shows that fans will watch the most outside of the finals or the playoff. That's probably the most biggest event when you showcase all the best players, and that's like the best time for the players to show off their sneaker game, their outfits and stuff. So
Creators there, like you've seen the creators there. You probably seen it on your IG or your TikTok. You scroll on social media
yeah,
like the how much your fit cost.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because we saw Giannis, he was just saying everything was for free.
Yeah.
He's getting my shirt free, my socks $10, my shoes free.
It's free. It's free.
I'm up
Then
one
it
of the.
was crazy too, because he had a pop-up shop. The Nike had a pop-up shop made of ice.
Yeah, I think it was like
Yeah,
Mountain 12 ski. Yeah, I know you've seen that. You've seen that. That okay, that was next level. That was next level for me.
yeah, that was next level.
We got
And
some nice.
they had like a pair of shoe that will calm down like from a slide. They just open it up and then yeah.
You know, we got one of those in Yellowknife. We just call it the ice castle.
Hey man, if they were telling out, if they were actually giving out John Morant's, I would actually buy try to buy a ticket just to go there and just head back here again.
Oh yeah, if they're doing that in Yellowknife, 110% I would have done that. You
Yeah,
imagine their marketing picture was of the mountain they made. You know, kudos to him. With as I said, to sum it all up, kudos to John Morant on what he
yeah,
did. Kudos to ICEBOX. It was a big marketing move on their end, with Nike to kind of work together and collab on that. And what
yeah.
they're doing with the marketing, I feel like marketing nowadays is kind of getting to like next level stuff.